All right, buckle up because today's show is basically a Molotov cocktail of bullish news straight out of Jerome Powell's money cannon. Michael Saylor just bought another 10,624 Bitcoin. There's no stopping this train. Google searches for dollar debasement just hit an all-time high. The Fed is secretly preparing a stealth QE program starting in January. Jamie Dimon is sweating through his depends while debanking Americans. The UAE says Bitcoin is now a pillar of national security. Probably nothing. Jack Maullers just rolled 43,000 Bitcoin into custody like he's restocking the shelves before the holidays. And Samson Mao just curb-stomped Quantum FUD so hard, the entire banking system felt it in their dentures. Ladies and gentlemen, Giga Chad welcomes you to the bull market. We have a massive show today. We start with the king, the god emperor, the man who wakes up, eats volatility for breakfast, and takes meetings with sovereign wealth funds by lunch, Michael Saylor. Strategy just acquired 10,624 BTC for $962.7 million at 90,615 bucks per Bitcoin. They now hold 660,624 Bitcoin worth $49.35 billion. They are literally rounding the corner to a $50 billion Bitcoin treasury. This is not a company, this is a sovereign wealth fund with a NASDAQ ticker. And Saylor, he said it himself. I think we're entering a bull market.
So I've been meeting with, obviously meeting with all the sovereign wealth funds. I've been meeting with, 50, 100 different investors, hedge funds, family office investors that are interested. I've been meeting with banks and people that own banks or run banks. I've been meeting with fund managers that offer financial products. I've been meeting with regulators in every jurisdiction. And I think, and my message, by the way, is very, very straightforward. My message is we now have digital capital. Bitcoin is digital capital, is digital gold. On top of digital capital, we have a new asset class called digital credit. Digital credit strips the volatility from the capital and provides yield, income. So the simple idea is, if you have a 5-year-old kid, you can give them $1 million worth of land in Manhattan, that's capital, and tell them wait 30 years, and then maybe they'll be rich, but there are no cash flows. Or you can give them a credit instrument that pays them $10,000 a month forever, starting now.
The man just said he met with every sovereign wealth fund in the Middle East this week. That's trillions of dollars worth of big oil money doing the Bitcoin equivalent of window shopping. Guys, the world has not figured it out yet. Saylor is the new JP Morgan, not the bank, the man. The one who kind of bailed out the banking system in 1907. And we know why sovereign wealth funds are calling Saylor's phone off the hook. Google searches for dollar debasement just hit an all-time high. Congratulations, Jerome Powell. Your life's work is now SEO trending. Meanwhile, Bitcoin and gold are both setting new all-time highs. This is the great escape from Fiat. Okay, now the big one, the one nobody's talking about, the one Wall Street's smartest people are watching like hawks, while CNBC is still debating rate cuts like it's 2015. Breaking! The Federal Reserve is expected to start buying back an all-time high $45 billion of debt per month starting in January. Let me repeat that. $45 billion per month. That's not a policy adjustment, that's a money cannon. And the Fed won't call it quantitative easing. Oh no, they'll call it something like reserve management purchases. But here's the math. 20 to 40 billion of T-bills per month in a system where bank reserves just touched their lowest level since the 2019 repo crisis. 3 years of QT drained 2.4 trillion out of the system, and now the tide is turning. They ran QT until something cracked. The labor market's softening, treasury market's fragile. Banks are still nursing duration scars. There's like record unrealized losses among the major banks. Keep QT going? Something breaks violently. Stop QT, and the currency breaks slowly. This is why Bitcoin wins. This is why gold is pumping. This is why people are Googling dollar debasement while eating their morning breakfast.
My worry is that the Fed is turning into universal basic income for PhD economists. Right. That I don't know what they do. They're never right. If you were to
maybe you should double the number of PhDs. If you go to 700, they might get it right.
Well look. I mean, if you were to look at the central value tendency versus how they've done, it's shocking.
Right.
It's shocking. You know, I said, like, if air traffic controllers did this, no one would get in an airplane.
Besant is an animal. Air traffic controllers were as accurate as the Fed. Planes would be falling out of the sky like Federal Reserve notes. Oh, and did you guys see this? Here's Jamie Dimon not happy when asked about debanking people.
Counsel, the former special counsel Jack Smith, and that Arctic frost investigation, Jamie, because we had Devin Nunes on this program, former chairman of the Intelligence Committee, who said your bank was subpoenaed to give his bank records up, and he was upset about it. Here's what he said on this program just a few weeks ago. Watch this.
When the Arctic frost went after our bank records at Trump Media, that's inexplicable because we didn't exist. So what reason did they have to go after us? And I've seen Jamie Dimon and others at JP Morgan say this over and over again, that they don't debank people for political reasons. Well, then why the hell did you debank Trump Media?
Jamie, what do you want to say about that? Did you send over the bank records of Devin Nunes or Trump supporters to the special counsel when he wanted that information?
People have to grow up here, okay, and stop making up things and stuff like that. So, and I can't talk about an individual account. We do not debank people because of religious or political affiliations. We do debank them. They have religious and political affiliation. We debank people who are Democrats. We debank people who are Republicans. We've debanked different religious folks. Never was that for that reason. And that's number one. Number two is I don't like debanking people. We live under very strict rules and regulations and requirements, and to protect the country, and we have to report things to the government. We're required to report things to the government. I can't even tell you when we do it, because I'm not going to tell you that either. And so I want to change these rules. I actually applaud the Trump administration, who's trying to say the debanking's bad, and we should change the rules. Well, damn it, I've been asking to change the rules now for 15 years. So change the rules. And, and that's why a lot of this stuff takes place. It is really customer unfriendly. And, we're debanking people because of suspected things or negative media or all these various things. So, and the last thing, which is really important, we don't give information to the government just because they ask. We're subpoenaed. We're required by court to give it to the government. And I've been following subpoenas with this administration, the last administration, the administration before that, and the one before that. And I don't agree with a lot of it. The government does a lot of things that get angry at banks. So let's just take a deep breath and fix the problems as opposed to blame someone who's put in that position. So, and we've been quite clear about this. We've given recommendations to the government how they can fix it, how we can change the rules and regulations to dramatically reduce reporting and debanking and things like that. And I would tell the government, if we see something that might possibly be bad, we'll report it to you and you decide. Why do we have to decide?
Right.
And that's the position we're put in.
I mean, as someone who's covered global business for so many years and now covers politics as well as policy so closely, I have a problem with, the special counsel taking advantage of corporate America to use corporate America to do their dirty work. Because it wasn't just the banks. It was also the telecom companies. Don't forget, they sent subpoenas to Verizon and AT&T to get phone records of Trump supporters. I mean, a political witch hunt. So that's why I think our viewers, want to understand how this happens.
Yeah, well, that is not me. That's your courts and government and stuff like that. But the government,
Epstein's banker says grow up. We debank people for many reasons. How about first you be honorable, sir? Debank yourself. Oh, and just in. Jamie isn't gonna like this.
Today, we are living in historical phase in which future of the world economy are changing at unprecedented speed. Bitcoin is no longer just a digital asset, but has become a key pillar in the future of financing. And with it comes the rule of mining as the beating heart that maintains the strength, security, and continuity of network. Today's mining is not just 24 hours devices. It's integrated industry that relies on energy efficiency, accuracy in calculation, and ability for scale.
UAE National Securities Mohammed Al-Shamsi, Bitcoin has become a key pillar of the future of financing. Even the Middle East is announcing bullish news, while Jamie is still crapping his depends and yelling at Bitcoin. And big news from another guy who got debanked by JP Morgan just in. Jack Maullers, 21 Capital, transfers 43,000 Bitcoin into its own custody. They begin trading tomorrow on the New York Stock Exchange as the third largest public Bitcoin treasury company. That's bigger than most nations. Remember, at the end of the day, all fiat money goes to zero against Bitcoin.
Mon Dieu, je peux pas. Ça glisse. Ah, j'ai plus d'air. Au secours.
A simple truth. A reminder that they are going to print so much money, it'll make your eyes bleed. Oh, and look at this. Bitwise ran the numbers. A 5% rotation from gold into Bitcoin sends Bitcoin to 242,391 bucks. That's not Copium. That's 10th grade math. Now let's talk about a serious psychological condition that's spreading across Wall Street. Its point of origin, Jamie Dimon. It's called Bitcoin Derangement syndrome.
You're wasting your time.
So you think they can?
When the DOJ calls someone up and says that's an illegal currency and it's against the laws of the United States of land, if you do it again, we'll put you in jail, it's over.
So you really
There's no issue. There will be, and this is my personal opinion, there will be no real non-controlled currency in the world. There's no government that's going to put up with it for long. It's kind of cute now. You know, a lot of the senators in Congress will say, I support Silicon Valley innovation. There will be no currency that gets around government control.
If you have BDS, you likely believe in quantum FUD, banks being safe, and Jamie Dimon caring about you. Well, let's fix that. But before Samson Mao roundhouses those dentures out of your mouth, before we bring it home, look at our likes.
3 or 4 times, maybe.
I gotta pump those numbers up. Those are rookie numbers in this racket.
Let's take a quick second for our sponsors who keep this show on the air over at the Bitcoin Way. If your wealth lives in their system, it's not yours, it's theirs. That's why we scream Bitcoin. That's why you self-custody. And that's why you call our friends over at the Bitcoin Way. They'll walk you through multi-sig, self-custody, privacy, how to run a node, and the tools that keep you sovereign when the fiat system pulls the plug. Don't wait till it's too late. Book a free 30-minute consult today using that link in the show notes. Need cash but don't want to sell your Bitcoin? Ledn is the global leader in Bitcoin-backed loans, issuing over $9 billion in loans since 2018, and they were the first to offer proof of reserves. With Ledn, you get custody loans, no credit checks, no monthly payments, and more. Visit learn.ledn.io/simply to learn more and get 25 basis points off your first loan.
There's always concern about Bitcoin, like you mentioned, the quantum concern. Like, what if quantum computing kills Bitcoin? But I posted something on X a few days ago that Bitcoin is not in danger. Bitcoin is the danger, because you shouldn't be worrying about Bitcoin and quantum computing when there are so many other problems that will be caused when quantum computing actually works. But first of all, quantum computing is not a threat so far, and probably won't be for another 5-10 years. Quantum computers can't even factor 21 right now without some heavy customization of the algorithm. But if we did have quantum computers, let's say tomorrow, that would destroy the traditional financial system. All the banking sector would be wiped out. Stocks, trading, everything would be broken. All the encryption used in those systems would be broken first. And it's difficult because those are not they don't have such a straight upgrade path like with Bitcoin. So for Bitcoin, because it is decentralized and it's software, we know what paths we have to fix the quantum threat, to mitigate the quantum threat. We just have to write the code, and then every node on the network, individuals like myself and others, update our software, and Bitcoin is now quantum resistant.
Samson Mal basically said quantum computers won't destroy Bitcoin, they'll destroy your bank first, because the banking system uses weaker encryption with no upgrade path. Worry about the nuclear launch codes. Worry about your local bank, which is backed by rubber bands and chewing gum. And for anyone asking, what price will Strategy sell their Bitcoin? Samson says, ask instead, what price will your inflating stocks be forced to buy Bitcoin at? So let's recap. Saylor is knocking on Satoshi's door with 700,000 Bitcoin. Just right there. It's right there. Dude's an animal. The Fed is about to print $45 billion a month like it's coupons at CVS. Jamie Dimon is crapping his depends on live television. Sovereign wealth funds bought the dip. They're aping in. And now you have Larry Fink and Michael Saylor confirming that. And this, Jack Maullers is stacking 43,000 Bitcoin before breakfast. Quantum FUD just got put through the wood chipper. I don't know about you, but it kinda smells like napalm in the morning, and napalm is bullish. Let us know what you think below. Is Peter Schiff next to crap his depends when a 5% rotation out of gold sends Bitcoin to 242K? They shall be soiled. Hey, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and give us a pamp by sharing the Sound Money Gospel. Turn on notifications for the best in Bitcoin news delivered to you daily. I love you guys. Catch you next time.
If you prefer to go down with the ship, you.